Being a mom is also not why I didn't match. I'm Dr. Bryce. I'm an OBGYN resident and mom of 5 in West Virginia. And I just want to clarify a little bit from one of my other videos when I talked about some of the reasons why I didn't match. Being a mom in and of itself is not necessarily why I didn't match. I'm sure there's programs that didn't interview me because I featured my kids in my interviews. I can think of at least one program in particular that I interviewed at where I wish I would have talked about being a mom more, because I think that would have brought another side of myself. But I was so worried about the stigma of being a parent as a female, especially in medicine, that would be a problem. So it's not that I couldn't be a good mom and match into a competitive specialty. It's just, I kind of had a chip on my shoulder because I was so worried about those prejudice that I let that get in the way. Additionally, the timing of some of my particularly one of my pregnancies, was not the best as far as going on audition rotations. So I had our daughter in July before starting auditions in August, September, October, and November. I think maybe I had one in December, I forget. But that was a really difficult time to have a newborn. So it's not necessarily being a mom in and of itself. It's just the way that the timing of my pregnancies happened to fall. And then additionally, for me personally, how I then handled and responded to questions about me being a mom. I responded very defensively because I assumed that everyone was gonna not like the fact that I was a mom. Whereas I think the reality now on my side of it as a resident is you are a mom. Are you done having kids? Whatever. If you need it's just not as big of a deal as what I made it in my head. I sort of got in my own way. So I definitely don't think that being a mom in and of itself is why I didn't match. I think my whole thought process and being very defensive about it, just being standoffish, not just handling the situation the best way, so why I didn't match. At the end of the day, I think the biggest reason overall why I didn't match is because my anxiety and my the chip that was on my shoulder about all the things that I thought meant that people weren't going to want to match with me made me just somebody that people didn't want to work with. It had nothing to do with me being a mom or not being a mom. My anxiety and my way of handling that situation just wasn't great, to be frank. So that's just something that I've had to work on, is to not let those thoughts of self-doubt and self-judgment poison or color how I think other people view me, because the reality is they probably don't care.